Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the J Turn Chisel. Today, I'm going to talk to you all about my experience with how I get my body into the ketosis state. So the very first time I got into the keto diet, I was reading about it on the internet, and it told me that if you felt like you're going to be overwhelmed with getting into keto, then you should start reducing your carbs slowly and increasing your fats slowly as well. I actually found that easier for my mental state because I was not quite ready to give up all those yummy carbs, those cinnamon rolls, those Oreo cookies. I was not ready to give up those things. Since I wanted to give a different diet a try rather than a low fat diet, I decided that I would do it the slowly easing yourself in way. The other way to do it is to just jump full on into keto, where you're eating a whole lot of fats and very little carbs, and then protein falls there somewhere. I've mentioned before how I track my food, which is using the MyFitnessPal app. In that app, there are things called macronutrients that you can set. So a macronutrient is basically the percentage of fat versus the percentage of carbs versus the percentage of protein that are in a specific food item that you're eating. Using the MyFitnessPal app, you can set the percentage of the fat, carbs, and protein that you want to eat in addition to how much calories you want. So you can customize that based on whether you're going to jump full into keto sitting at like 75 to 80%, or whether you're going to start slowly sitting at 60% fat. Basically, if you're going to jump all in, you're going to be sitting at 75% fat, only 5% of carbs, and about 20% of protein. You can also take 5% away from this protein and ramp up your fat up to 80% if you want. So when you're eating this amount of fat, about 75 to 80%, your body is able to finally switch over into a state called ketosis, which basically means that your body is burning fat for fuels. So because you're not easing your way in, or it's not sure what it's being using for fuels, you're just jumping in, your body knows what state it's going to be in and where the energy stores are that it's going to take from. Alright, that's enough like sciencey stuff. If you want to know more about the science stuff, Google and YouTube have a lot of science on keto. So back to my experience with it. So yes, it's going to mentally help you to ease into it for the first time that you ever do it, which I personally recommend, even though the keto flu is gross. It helped me be ready to give up carbs. Yes, I liked the easing in. I was also recommended by a friend of mine that I try to jump in this time. This last week, for week 1, week 0 was the week before. I'm a programmer, so I can call it week 0. Week 1, I started at a 60-20-20 ratio, but my buddy actually convinced me to try doing a higher ramp up this time because the last 3 times I eased myself in. So this time I want to try to jump in. This week so far I found it really difficult because I didn't have enough fatty foods. A lot of them were high in calories and more protein and carbs that I had already bought. This week has been an ease in week. Next week I have been looking for some more recipes. I'm on Pinterest as JTurnJake as well, and I've created a whole bunch of keto boards on there, as well as some dieting boards, which I'm working on, of just recipes that I've collected for keto and different meal plans that you could use to get yourself into keto. Anytime I make one of these recipes, I'm gonna work on recording it and putting out a video for you guys. Kind of found it fun doing the bacon video last time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just check it out on YouTube and Facebook. I have it right now. Alright everyone, I hope that me explaining my experience of how I get my body into keto was helpful for you. And if you so feel like it, why don't you press that like button, share it over to someone as well. Next time, we're going to talk a little bit more about the pros and cons of keto and what is the keto flu, a little bit deeper on that stuff. I know I said I wouldn't go sciencey, but most of that stuff is going to be from my experience, and I'll give you tiny bits of science. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, and we're going to continue on this J-Turn Chisel Challenge. Okay guys, see you later.